not out there today. Talk us through your day. It seems like it's been still pretty intense despite not batting.
Yeah, it's good chance to give Alex a opportunity captaining in out there. As tough work in the net, so facing Hazelwood, Sean Abbott. So yeah, productive morning nonetheless.
How did Hazelwood look? Pretty interesting. How did he go?
Yeah, he was very impressive off his full run for the first time back. So yeah, I think he's building up all the time, and he's setting himself for that the A stuff with the lead up to the Ashes and things like that. So for a guy bowling off the full run for the first time, his rhythm and his pace and shape was nice.
Is he still on standby for the World Cup if something happens elsewhere, or is he just getting right for the Ashes?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer for you. Sorry.
You've had to have 3 different opening combinations this week.
Yep.
Today. Are you any closer to settling on, I guess, who you're part of?
Not really. No, it's. I think it's just about giving everyone an opportunity at the top of the order to have some game time as well, as much as anything. It's been good to just mix and match it around. I think when we've got these games, it's a good opportunity to do that. And with the 3 games in the UK, might keep everyone guessing a little bit. But the honest answer is no. We don't have a definitive answer on what that's going to look like at the moment.
So runs over in England in the warm-up games.
Yeah, I think it also comes down to the matchups with the opposition and things like that, where we're best suited. Uzi or Davey or Sean, whoever it may be, is so. It's just it could change throughout the course of the tournament, but as of now, it's still a bit up in the air.
This week as a whole, mate, has it been for the squad progressing towards heading to England?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been really productive up here for a week, and to have the opportunity for guys to be able to get a lot of volume in with their trainings, even on game days when guys are hitting up in the nets and keeping their workloads up, and with all the facilities here, it's unbelievable. So it's been a great opportunity to one, get together and keep building that bond and working on all that stuff, but also a lot of valuable time in the nets and time in the middle.
2.5 games in, what have you learned about from the game specifically?
Oh, it's just been a good chance for guys to get back into it and back into the rhythm for a majority of the guys to have a month off and lay pretty low in terms of cricket skills. It's probably been a little bit slower getting back into it. We obviously finished off really well in Dubai on the back of a couple of really good months of cricket there. So guys were pretty cooked, they were pretty fatigued, so they deserved that break. So now it's just about time on legs and making sure that we're getting back into the rhythm, doing the basics really well with what made us successful over them last 2 series. So probably a little bit of rust still around, which is understandable, but a couple of hard training days, 3 really good hit-outs against New Zealand, and then 3 warm-up games in the UK. Pretty sure we'll be ready to hit the ground running there.
One of the highlights of like Steve knock on Wednesday.
Yep.
What did you make of that? What stood out about that for you?
Oh, his timing and his class was back again. It was like he hadn't left. It was sort of these drives down the ground on a really difficult wicket to time off the front foot was so impressive. I think, and again, just the amount of time he spent in the middle, the way that he was able to go through the batting gears was very impressive.
You're the captain now. What's it like having them underneath you?
That's great. Yeah, they're obviously 2 of the best players in the world, which is valuable to have at your disposal. So yeah, it's been great. The boys have been brilliant. All the work we've been doing off the field with the team's been great. So yeah, it's an interesting time, no doubt, when they're coming back in, but still a great opportunity for everyone to learn off them guys as well. They've got so much experience, and what they bring to the group is really valuable.
So would you have expected Alex to have been bouncing a few ideas and stuff off Smith and Warner out there today?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't see a huge amount of the first inning, so the message to everyone was help out as much as you can, and Alex hasn't had a huge amount of captaincy experience, so it's about helping him learn and get the feel for it out there on the ground. So whoever that might have been, Usman, Maxi, Steve, Davey, whoever it is, I'm sure that everyone would have been chipping in.
Was he doing a bit of that on Wednesday when you were fielding in the deep and hitting these preceding fields?
Yeah, a little bit of that, more with the angles and stuff like that. It's yeah, like I said, it's just an opportunity for him to keep improving that part of his game, and he hasn't done a huge amount. So yeah, it was a good time.
It's been a bit of an epic preamble for various reasons over the last year or so. How exciting is it will be to get on the plane tonight and actually get into it?
Very excited. I think when you talk so much about it, when it finally happens, it's a relief to be actually looking forward, and as opposed to everything being questions and the unknown of what will happen. So the fact that everyone's together now, everyone's getting on great. Boys are pumped to get to Gallipoli and do that for a couple of days, and then get to the UK and really ramp up the World Cup preparations. And it literally is the time of your life, a World Cup. So that'll be awesome.
Stark's looked at his intensity, I guess, obviously this week, 5 overs on Wednesday,
Yep.
about 8 today. Do you need him to get back to his form of the 15 World Cup to have a chance of winning this tournament?
Geez, that'd be nice. He was unstoppable in that World Cup, so if he's anywhere near there, it'd be very valuable. He's a world-class bowler. He's proved it in big tournaments, in big games, in big moments. It's that he can get the job done. So really encouraging. He's been swinging the ball the last couple of days, which is such a valuable asset, especially at the top of the order.
What does it mean to have 6 blokes with World Cup winning experience? No others say that.
Oh, I think it's a big advantage. Just knowing what it takes to win a World Cup, what it takes to sort of manage your way through a World Cup campaign, which can be difficult at times with games that are quick turnarounds. You have to be at your best at the business end of the tournament, but you can't afford to let anything slip at the start. So it comes down to managing that really well, and guys who have, well, like I said, 6 guys that have been there and done that, I think will give a lot of experience to the other guys as well, and just to know what to expect in big games and how you feel walking out there and stuff, because it is a different feeling.
You've walked out with Uzi and Dave this week.
Yep.
What's the difference walking out with anyone? Do you feel any different?
Not really. No, there's not a huge amount of difference, to be fair. One, I've known them both for the same amount of time, spent the most time. Uzi didn't invite me for dinner the other night to his place when a few other guys did, so it might cost him.
How important is going to be the middle overs with the ball, and do you think you might consider not bowling Mitchell and Pat as much up top to keep some wicket-taking threat for those middle overs?
Yeah, absolutely. I think all the trends and all the stats suggest that the last couple of years in one-day cricket, the teams that have taken the most wickets in the middle overs have been successful. So that's something that we've identified as an area that we really want to try and nail. So there is talk about all them kind of things, whether you have a burst with Stark and Cummins and these guys through their middle overs, and that's just going to come down to the day. If someone gets off to a flyer, you have to keep rolling out your big guns and making sure that you're still looking to take wickets in the power play.
And would you say Adam is in pole position for that spin slot because he's perhaps more attacking spin bowler? Yeah,
absolutely. His performances in India and the UAE were outstanding on wickets that didn't turn a huge amount, but also against world-class players of spin. He bowled exceptionally well.
By the same token, would you say Coulter Nile is sort of nudged ahead of the other quicks behind Staff and Cummins? That's the senior role?
Oh no, I think that's all. That's still. It's gonna be dictated over the next couple of weeks. In all seriousness, it's nothing that we've sat down and planned our first 11, the 11 for the first game or anything. So. Everything's up in the air. There's a lot of questions still to be answered, but we're in a great place to do that, which is nice.
What have you lost in Jai?
Oh, it's a huge loss. His energy that he brings to the game, his raw pace, ability to swing the ball, ability to get really good players out on good wickets is something that will be missed. That's not saying that the others don't, obviously. But we just saw that real X factor with the ball in the last series as well. So yeah, it's really unfortunate for him. I know he was really down, but he'll pick himself back up. He's only 21. That's 21 or 22. It's still a long career ahead.
And we haven't seen Nathan and Adam together this week.
Yep.
Are we likely to see them together particularly early in the tournament, or is it maybe more of a chance later on?
Oh, again, that's purely conditions based. I think the reputation of the wicket at Bristol, where we play our first game, is that it spins. But all reports it didn't spin a huge amount in the latest one-day, in the domestic one-day comp in England. So it's just going to be just wait and see what the wickets produce and see what the best matchup to attack each team is.